So today I was talking to this guy, and we were trying to plan a little coffee meetup, whatever. And I was saying how I had to do something and check my schedule. And the first thing he said was, "You're too famous slash important." And this is why. People ask me all the time why I am single. That is one of the main reasons why I
Why?
am single. Now, um, if you don't know who I am, my name is Zakia Blaine. I'm the CEO and founder of the premier Black-owned activewear brand in the country. Like I say, that just rolls off my tongue. Anywho, as someone who has been in the public eye for years, it is very hard to date men who do not understand the lifestyle of a person who is in the public eye.
Man, we don't know who you are. Calm down.
This coffee smells like shit.
We don't know who you are. Calm down. This lady's feeling herself, talking about the caption here says, "Why I choose to be single at 46 years old." Oh, as of 46-year-old CEO. Come on, man.
And, I've dated men over the years, and men will say, they have no problem with it. When I'm out often, I get recognized by people. Again, I've been in these social media streets for years. So, my customers, they'll see me, they want pictures, they want hugs. We bust it up because I love my customers. But most men can't handle that. Can't handle that. That line to me is like when a man says to a woman, "Hey, big money." And I've had my share of that as well.
Imagine being this unaware. This woman wakes up every morning and thinks, everybody's thinking about me. They care so much. And men can't handle that.
Because most men will say they're okay with it. I don't mind dating a woman who has more money than me. I don't mind dating a woman who's in the public eye. But then when they're in it, when they're in the relationship, then that resentment starts to bubble up. That ego, baby, that ego starts to eat away at them. And then ultimately it doesn't work out because they end up resenting me. They don't want to, but they do, right? And so, of course, that's not going to go anywhere, because saying that is instantly, I know that it's going to be an issue, and we can't even go any further. But to answer all the questions of why I'm single, that's one of the reasons why.
No, it's not. I assure you that's not one of the main reasons. You could probably find more than that.
I choose to be single, because I'm not going to change my lifestyle to appease a man's ego. I'm not going to dumb myself down to appease a man's ego. I am who I am, and I'm going to stand in that. I do great things, right? And I'm going to stand in that. And any man who chooses to be in my presence, in my world, has to be okay with that and has to be very secure in who he is. And what I find is most men are not.
Whoa. Let's read a few of these comments. This person here's I'm just hoping, I'm like, please let them. I hope they humbled her in these comment sections. This comment here says, "You spent most of this video explaining to us how famous and important you are. Thank you. I imagine you were doing the same thing with that guy and he found it off-putting." You can't help people like this, man. You really cannot help people like this. Here's somebody else who says, "I'm sorry if you have to check your schedule in order to spend time with me. You don't have time for me." That's kind of too much. People work, right? Somebody else who says, "He might as well said big money." Okay, here's somebody else who says, "Never heard of you." Right. Here's another person who says, "RIP the great Kevin Samuels." I know. She responded back, "Uh-oh. Here she goes. Idolizing a dead man who died humping on what he would call a low-value woman is crazy. He didn't even stand on that nonsense. He was feeding y'all." You're over here talking shit.
But can you keep a man? The comments are crazy. Y'all act like keeping a man is a hard thing to do. Keeping a man is one of the easiest things in the world to do. I've never in my 46 years of life had a man ever leave me. Baby, I be trying to make him go. Because why are you still here, sir? I don't like you. Leave. But baby, keeping a man is easy. The easiest thing to do. A man will stay with you.
So let me get this straight. You're 46 years old and you've ran away every man that's come your way, and they're the problem. Oh, my bad. You're 46 years old, and in your whole life of living, you've yet to find a man who is worthy enough for you. That's what she wants you to believe. Guys, like you can't make this up. Look at this woman is a prophecy for younger women who are heading down her path. Doesn't matter how much money you've had or how much you go around calling yourself famous or some type of a CEO. You don't have a husband, and you're trying to convince the rest of the world that there's no man out there that qualifies for you. It's not your fault. It's always everyone else. No one's buying that.
Comfort out of convenience. If you allow him to get away with the BS, whatever that BS is that he's putting you through, whether it's cheating on you, emotionally abusing you, taking advantage of you, not being emotionally available to you, a man gonna stay. It don't take nothing to keep a man. All you gotta do is let him do whatever he want, and he's not going anywhere. Ladies, back me up. I ain't never had a man break up with me, ever. So yes, I can keep plenty of men. They're not hard to keep.
So she just admitted to the fact that she's ruined every opportunity. It's either one of two things. It's either she has, we can add a third one in there too, right? It's either she has a terrible track record of choosing men, or the men who she chose to ruin those relationships and mess it up. Or three, she somehow wants you to believe that out of all the men she's ran into, none of them were worthy of her. Because trust and believe she would say she can have any man who she's wanted.
Their standards are very low. Let me do what I want. I'll stay with you. So yeah, that's not something that is a medal of honor for a woman to keep a man. No, you know what is a medal of honor for a woman? If you can leave a man who's treating you terribly, if you know your worth, if you find a man that is good to you and treat you like the queen that you are, that is a badge of honor for a woman. But keeping a man just to say you got a man and let him do whatever, that's not a badge of honor.
Right. Somebody else who says, why is it a single CEO and not a single woman? That says it all. This woman here says, these men be in shambles in your comments. It's exhausting. The future is filled with many single women. But to my men out there, and I know they're there because they reach out to me all the time. If you're currently soon to be married or currently engaged, head over to fathershaverights.com, where we educate men on the steps they should take if they value protecting their marriage legally before they hire an attorney. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.